Hey guys, so this is gonna be my first map analysis vid. Gonna start off with Coliseum, and I'm gonna set it to CTF. Yeah. So for my map analysis vids, I noticed that when I'm playing with a lot of my company mates, we tend to use a couple different callouts for the same areas, and then also for the newer members in both Knights of Ares and especially Knights of Athena, who maybe are not familiar with Halo 5 or they're new to the game or they want to get more proficient. I think these vids will be hopefully at least a little bit helpful. So to start off with, I'm gonna do callouts. I'm gonna do my personal callouts as well as some of the callouts that I've kind of picked up from watching the Halo Pro League. And then the Halo World Championships from before that. So callouts, some weapon and grenade spawns, and then also some flag running routes that I found to be helpful. So to start off with, this of course is going to be blue base. Pretty simple here. You see we have a plasma grenade right off the start. Up here, I call this blue plat. You can call it blue bridge, that's what 343 calls it if you can't tell. If you're ever confused by a callout, just look at the bottom left corner of your screen underneath your radar, and it'll say, you see how it says blue bridge? That's what 343 deems it as. So you see this area, it says it's blue wing. I call this area blue DMR, and you'll hear me say that during games as well. A lot of the times, some of the callouts that I find to be more helpful, aside from the 343 ones, are of course where weapons are spawned, because that seems to be a little bit easier to remember. So I call this blue DMR. Moving up here, I call this high cat. Alright. And then I call this snipe cat. Pretty easy here. Going down, I call this rec ramp instead of oven ramp. I think it's easy to remember. Up into here, I call this red tunnel. I know it says red cave, but it's a tunnel, it's not really a cave. And then into here is red base. I call this entire area red base. I also, again, call this spot red plat, and then red DMR. Going down into here, I've heard a lot of different callouts for this area. I use oven, because that's what I've just gotten used to calling it oven. I thought it was one of the stupidest callouts I've ever seen on any of these Halo 5 maps thus far, but I've gotten used to calling it oven. So, there's that. Okay? Down here, I call this in general area. All of this area down here, I call it red yard. Okay? All of it red yard. And then going up into here, I actually call this red elbow. I stick with that call out. Going up here, call this red slide, just like 343 has it. And then, again, I've heard a lot of different callouts for this general area. I've heard yellow tower, based off the light at the back. I've heard it called green tower, which, I mean, I may be colorblind, but I'm pretty sure that looks like yellow. I call it rocket cat, or rocket tower. That's the easiest one for me to remember. Okay? Down blue slide, and into blue elbow. Pretty simple. As you go down here, again, this is going to be blue yard. And then last but not least, we'll stick with this area. So I call down here trench, this entire area down here. I've heard people call it bottom mid. Bottom mid's probably easier to remember, but I've just gotten used to calling it trench. And then as we get into over here, this is lift. This area down here is all lift. Okay? Here, we've got blue sneaky. And then, of course, on the opposite side, red sneaky. Alright? Now, for weapon spawns. The obvious ones are going to be the power weapons. We have sniper up here. On sniper plat. Probably just snipe plat for short. And then, of course, you have rocket on rocket tower, rocket rocket cat. You see we got some... You're going to see a lot of plasma grenades on this map for some reason. Maybe they want you to try and combat evolve more often, I don't know. But you have 2 plasma grenades up here, as well as a suppressor. You're also going to have a carbine. I know it's kind of hard to see, but you have a carbine all the way sitting up against that back wall of rocket tower. And then, like I mentioned before, you have DMR both here and over on the adjacent red side. You can have another plasma grenade here, and then the same on the red side as well. And then you're going to have SMG down in blue yard and red yard. And then another big weapon on this map is going to be our scatter shot. Alright, that's a pretty big one. The last one for nades is frag grenades. You got 2 on each side. 2 in blue sneaky, 2 in red sneaky. Alright? And then I actually kind of forgot that the BR is down here as well. Alright? Pretty simple there. Now, for flag running routes, oh, I'm sorry, I completely forgot. Back here. This is blue cave. I stick with that. Blue cave. Blue cave, blue cave, blue cave. Pretty easy. And then oven. I'm sorry, fridge. Now I'm starting to confuse myself. Call this fridge, just like 343 does. It doesn't look like a fridge. I don't even know what I'd call this contraption, but I call it fridge. And then you'll see some of the higher end players get up into here. I just call it sniper sneaky. This entire section back here, called sniper sneaky. Alright, so for flag routes, so there's one that I like, that I tend to use the most, and I'll show you that one. Oh, of course there's no fucking red flag. Alright, well, we're going to pretend that I have a flag, okay? I should have known better. Anyways, okay. So, biggest one I like to use is, and of course it depends, the way that I like to run the flag when I'm running with a team, which I prefer to run with a team when I'm doing Team Arena, is going to be based off where the enemies are, and then of course where I have support. So for the most part, and one of the fastest ways that I think to do it is going to be grabbing the flag and then going high cat. Okay?
Sniper in 10.
Pretty easy. Going through high cat. And then, depending on where they are, if they have like a sniper or somebody with a DMR on red plat or in red base, then you obviously wouldn't want to pull the flag through blue plat and then straight in, because you're going to get shot in the back of the head. So if you get the flag up to here, best way to probably do it is to drop down into fridge, and then just nice and easy come up here. Okay, that's the way I prefer to do it. That's my favorite way to do it. You can also go, I've seen, I think it was Proximity do this. He somehow magically got up, I don't even know how he did it. Yeah, he got up here with the flag, and then he did some ridiculous contraption. Okay, I don't know how he did it, but he got up on there, jump boosted, I think smart linked, and then ground pounded onto the red plat. You just walk right across. Of course, that's going to be really hard to do if they have people with an easy line of sight, because that's going straight across the middle of the map. That's going to be really easy to see. But if you can get it to actually work, which obviously right now I can't seem to do, that's probably going to be the fastest way to get the flag across. Easy as that. The other two, or there's 3 other ways that I can think of that are some of the more popular routes. Of course, you can literally run it all the way through Rocket side, just up and all the way across Rocket Tower, and then slide all the way into blue. You can also do a similar route, but go through Sniper Cap. So if you grab the flag, easy day, go all the way over here, across Sniper, and then all the way into your base. That's the other way. Another way that I see a lot of people run it is through trench. And then of course, probably the fastest way to do it is if you can get to jump across, and then literally as you're jumping across, I've done this a couple times, just easily throw the flag up onto the blue plat. Hopefully you have a teammate that's on plat that can just pick it up and then run it straight in. I've seen quite a number of people do it. It's a little tricky and finicky because you got to time it just perfectly to get that throw off as you're mid-air coming across the plat, and then actually get it to land up here. Sometimes you barely miss and it ends up in like your own yard, which isn't terrible. I mean, obviously it's still on your half of the map. You can still pick it up if you have support and then get it into your cap point. But yeah, so this is my first map analysis. Let me know how I did. Of course, I'm not a pro by any means necessary. I am an amateur. I have been playing Halo 5 since it came out in October. I've played it legitimately probably every single day since it came out. So I'm not a great player.
10 seconds to
decent. I think I'm diamond in just about everything that I played in. I'm sorry, correction. in Slayer and Team Arena, which are the two types I like to stick to because they're all team-oriented and I'm a support player. But yeah, if you have any other questions, please feel free to put them down in the comments section. I'm also going to put some of my other social media contacts in there, such as I stream on Twitch for Halo every single day. So you can see me on there a lot. I tweet all sorts of random things like Star Wars and other cool stuff. And then I also just came up with my own new blog. It's a Tumblr blog. It's just MissHighAsHonor.tumblr.com. I'll be posting all my vids up on there as well, in addition to some other like movie reviews and TV show recaps. Cool. So if you have any other callouts that you'd like to use, please feel free to send them in the comments. If you have any other really cool, cap running routes, also feel free to put those in there and any other comments that you have. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you for my next map analysis. Alright, sweet, catch you later.